My name is Paul Borosky, and I am the owner of Quality Business Plan. And what I'd like to do today is introduce you all to the Quality Strategic Plan process for small businesses. This process is something that I've developed over the last several years of working with small business owners in writing business plans, in writing strategic plans, and also from doing my doctoral research for my final project which is based on small businesses strategies. So from that foundation, what I've developed is a strategic plan process that starts with your business plan, which I like to equate to as a car, and then we go into the strategic plan, and I like to equate the strategic plan as more of like a treasure map. You need your car, you need your treasure map. Your strategic plan is your treasure map. However, it could take you a while to go through and find whatever treasure you're looking for, and the treasure is always your company's vision. So what I've done is I've also implemented a third part, which is the plan of action, and that plan of action is like the fuel. The stronger your plan of action is, the quicker you're going to get to your end objectives. So if you use my strategic planning process, you're now intertwining your business plan, you're intertwining your marketing plan, and you're intertwining your strategic plan, and you're going to be finally having a final document, which is going to be your plan of action that is simple to use in your day-to-day operations. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the process that I've developed. So the process always starts with the business plan. And I tell all my clients that before I'll even help with a strategic plan, I've got to be able to do your business plan. And the reason is we need the car. The car is the business plan. And I've got to understand how the car works. The best way for me to understand that is for me to write the business plan. If you already have a business plan written, fantastic, shoot it over. And then we can update it, modify it, and make sure it's something that we can use for the strategic plan. So the way that I structure my business plans, if I'm going to intertwine a strategic plan, is I will always include a strategic plan section in my business plan. In this plan right here, I've got it towards the end. It's right here, the strategic plan for growth. If you click on that, it should take us there, and here we go. So in your business plan, make sure you have a summarized section for your strategic plans. The way this summarized section is structured is first kind of introduce what you're trying to accomplish, where you're at in the beginning, in the introductory paragraph. The second section for your strategic plan summary is going to be the current state. Define what your company looks like right now, how it's operating, just some highlights about your company. The next critical step is going to be the vision. Identify where you want to go. The companies, they do it all the time. They start the business and they don't have a vision. They don't know where they want to go. There's no direction to the company. And I can't tell you how many people call me up and they're floundering because they don't know what to do next with their company. They're just so locked into their day-to-day operations that they fail to be able to move towards their vision, if they even have one. So with this right here, the next thing I do with my clients, and I recommend for the strategic plan process, is to identify what your vision is. What your company is going to look like? How is it going to operate? What are you trying to accomplish? For this specific example, and this is a fictitious example, I've identified that this company right here, they want to start 3 additional restaurants. So that's going to be their vision, and that's going to be something that we're going to be able to grab onto, and that's the direction that we're going to be able to go. You need a direction for a strategic plan. The direction is starting the 3 restaurants. The next thing that I'm going to do, or that I recommend that small business owners do, is to identify the different stages that their company is going to have to go through in order to get their vision of 3 additional restaurants. So for this example, stage 1 is going to be open restaurant 1, stage 2 is going to be open restaurant 2, and then stage 3 is going to be open restaurant 3. Once they hit this right here, they open the 3rd restaurant, this vision is attained, it's time for a new strategic plan. The components in here, so the way that I like to structure my components is going to be to identify what the stage is and what's the overall objective here. Then I'm going to go into different ideas or different benchmarks that they need to accomplish in order to ensure that they accomplish this open restaurant in one. So the first one is going to be optimize the uniform burger making process, identify optimal advertising strategies, design and implement feedback, and reach $25,000 in sales. So in order for them to get past stage one, they have to accomplish all of these right here. Once they accomplish all of this information here, then they are now ready to go into stage two. So again, stage one, identify what it is. You're going to open your restaurant, and these are the different benchmarks you have to accomplish in stage one in order for it to be complete. This is how long you should expect it to take, and this is how much money you should expect to drop in order to complete this stage. Then once that's done, you move into stage two. And for stage two, you follow the same structure. You identify what the stage is. You go ahead and briefly summarize it. You identify benchmarks that need to be accomplished in that stage. And then again, identify a time frame and identify a dollar amount. Once all these benchmarks are met, your stage two is complete and you're ready now to move on to stage three. All right, this right here is just a summary of what your strategic plan is going to be. And this goes in your business plan. So the next step is to copy this information here, the summary, and put it into a separate document, which is now your strategic plan. So once we have that, we're going to copy it from here, and we're going to now place this in our strategic plan. This is now our starting point for our strategic plan. Excuse me. So at this point right here, what we're going to do is we've got all this information here. This is the strategic plan summary. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this stage one and we're going to break this out into its own separate component. And again, we're going to start with the restaurant right here. This is the overall objective. Here are the benchmarks. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to define what we're going to do, what our company is going to do in order to achieve this benchmark. And we're going to reflect, we're going to think about it, we're going to discuss it, but we're going to put that information right here on how we're going to accomplish each one of these benchmarks. And we're going to do that for stage one, and we're also going to do that for stage two, and so on and so forth. For this example, I just went to stage one. Now the final step, once you have your thoughts and ideas on how you're going to accomplish each one of these sections, we really need to make this easy for small business owners to implement this process into their business. And the way that I've done this, and what I've done here is I've copied stage one into a new document right here. So the way that I do this here is the third document we're going to have is a plan of action. The plan of action is going to just focus on stage one, and it's going to be in bullet point form. I do this for all my clients. It's in bullet point form. And then I identify each action that I need to do on a daily basis, or I've got to continually work towards in order to accomplish these specific objectives. So for example, right here, this one is the optimized uniform burger making process. So what I've done is I've identified specific things that the business owner can do on a daily basis in order to accomplish this objective. Then I did the same thing for here. I identified the optimal advertising channels, and then I identified what they need to do here on a daily basis in order to accomplish this. And I went through and I did it for each one of the bullet points. I broke it down into a very brief summary, and this right here is what the manager can use in a daily basis. They can delegate this information to their employees. They can use this as a constant reminder as what they need to do every single day. However, here's the most important takeaway from this. If a business owner does all of these actions and focuses on these actions on a daily basis, they are inevitably going to accomplish these right here, which is going to be their business objectives. If they when they accomplish these business objectives, they are going to immediately pass through stage after stage after stage. So hopefully y'all can see that by starting with a business plan, moving towards a strategic plan, and then summarizing daily actions in a plan of action is going to inevitably take you where you want to go in your small business. Now again, this process is a little bit complex and it takes a little bit of practice in order to master the process. So if y'all need some help with that process, my number is right here, and I'd be absolutely delighted to help y'all with the strategic plans and also the business plans for that matter. And all you gotta do is just give me a shout, and I look forward to working with y'all. Thank you.